Fenster öffnen. Yes. Dann hier live. Hello, hello. Chat in neuen Fenster öffnen. Yes. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Setting up. Oh, damn! Hey, Kev. I'm on time. Oh, damn! First time ever. 19:30. Ha! I'm on time. First time ever. 19:30. Oh, damn! Hey, Kev. Hello, hello! The Blood Angel's puppy is also here. How lovely. $19.30. I'm beyond proud. Everything is working. This is premiere. And look at this nice weather. I can tell it's getting summertime slowly. Let's open up this window. It's too nice. Look at this. Ah, good times. Can you hear me? I can see Ruben in the chat and Kevin. How are things? Let me move this a little bit over here. This is nice. This is what I was painting last week. And now we can continue. Yes, Falco. Nice that you joined. This is really big sunshine time. And I realized that in the summertime, there is something called turntable tennis just around the corner, where they are playing, or they're setting up some table tennis plates, and some DJs play music. And this would be something that I might need to find a new time slot for Chewie Chewsday, because this is starting again, and I was very much enjoying that always. But for today, obviously, I'm here. Hello, hey, moin. Hello, hello, hello. This is where we left off last time. I tried a little bit with the fluor pigments, like these ones, through the airbrush. This one, I think this is a brilliant color. But as you can see, there's maybe a little bit too much going on. So yeah. Oh, the Scout Trooper. They were also reworked, right? They are also new. I think now that I'm watching Andor again, I think I won't be able to resist some Star Wars any much longer. So maybe I will get some Scout Troopers or some classic Snow Trooper or Scout or regular Trooper and just do a little bit like one model or two models and maybe set them next to a new AT, my old AT-ST, and do like a mini diorama. I think that's what they deserve. And I love painting white. I think using just off-whites. Range Trooper? A regular one. Maybe I was with my thoughts somewhere else. Just a regular trooper or a scout trooper or a snow trooper. Those I think are the coolest. I think no. I think the coolest Imperial model is, in my opinion, the Scarif version. They appear in Andor when he gets arrested for no reason in season 1. And obviously they appear in Rogue One. They have this beige tone. The shore troopers, exactly, yeah. Falco, obviously you know what I'm talking about. The shore troopers, I think, are my favorite units because just from the colorway, they're a little bit more interesting. They're in some kind of a beige tone like this. Oh, there you can go. I'd probably paint them in something like this together with this. But probably more like this. This is like the shore trooper. Are they your favorites too? Nice. Yeah, the shore troopers, I don't know what it is. It's this beige brown, and then they have these markings on the helmets, and they're like red, orange, yellow. So very vibrant. I think it works just absolutely fantastic. So shore troopers, yeah. Absolutely nice. Man, this feels like a holiday. I'm living in, like I have no elevator in my house, so I have to always walk up. And as you can tell, maybe, let me take you on a tour. This is my view right now. So there's the sun. And as you can tell, it's not like a super high building. But still, it's if you have to walk the stairs by foot every day, like every time we get people visiting, they always go like, "Oh, there's no elevator in your building." Oh, yes. Fit Chewie's sunny day stream. It's really nice. I need to get some sunscreen though. And I think while painting, I will do it like this. Just like a little bit of this for the painting. Oh, and I'm exhausted today. And I want to show you something funny. I've never painted epic scale before. And one of the Golden Demon entries I'm working on at the moment. Oh, Strength and Honor, man. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. How are you? How have you been? How was your week? I was just about to say I've never painted epic scale before, and on the front camera you can see a little teaser. This is what I've glued onto the end of a toothpick, and I had no idea that it's that small. We're talking this size. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And every post I've seen from before has just become much more impressive in a heartbeat. I mean, look at this. It's absurd. This is the This is the scale we're talking. That's a leftover bit? What do you mean? Ruben, you have to explain a little bit. Oh, yeah. Exactly. It looks like a mistake. But I think I can do this and then do that. And here we are. This is the size we're talking. I mean, there's not a lot of room. Actually, on the camera I can see... Oh wow, my fingernails look ugly as fuck with this zoomed in version. But you can see like even mold lines, and behind the weapon there's a lot going on. So yeah, probably I need to sculpt a little bit, but this is tiny. This is very, very tiny. All right, but let's not paint with the fully zoomed in version. I'll start with, if the sun is annoying, let me know, then I can try to fix it by doing this. This should be nice. And not in the city anymore, but we'll be closer to doing some outdoor climbing. Man, that's nice. Just moving. That's always an adventure. I have to admit, I love moving, but only the moment when everything is in the new apartment. Like, I don't like packing, and I don't like everything that's up front, and obviously not the walking upstairs 10 times doing the same thing. But once everything is in boxes in the new apartment, I think it's absolutely lovely to just like unpack boxes, rearrange the new furniture, and all that type of stuff. I think that's actually super nice. Let's get some light on here. So happy for you. I assume that this move was by choice. So it's good news. How's everyone else been? I forgot to ask, I just realized. Kevin, how is it back in rainy Antwerpen? And Falco, is it your free evening now? Is it leisure time now? Or can you book this for work? For me, it's an interesting question. Like, when does the work end and the leisure time start? It's probably more of a construct in my head at the moment. What's work and what's not. Sometimes stuff feels like work, sometimes it doesn't. Like the mini I posted today. Hey Dave, hi. Like this guy I posted today this was by the way what I was painting while we were on the phone, Falco. This guy was officially a commission, but I was having a really good time with it. Like, I didn't spend too much time on it. It was maybe 2 hours in total, but it's a fantastic model once the axe is in a different place. I really don't like I think the regular pose is something like this. Not a big fan. Holidays was awesome, lots of fun at the moment. In Belgium, I'm so happy right now working on the Blood Angels commission. Perfect. Nice. Yeah, obviously. I think he's pretty good on the gaming board. I feel like everyone who is playing Blood Angels is playing Death Company, Jump Pack Intercessors, this guy, and what's he called? Mephisto. Yeah. The Creek Project has been awesome to watch. Oh, the Creek Project's not over yet. I did like all the tutorials first, which was obviously additional work, but nice for Patreon. And now comes the part where I have to do the rest. I have to get the stuff done. The Death Guard are so cool. I'm not a huge Chaos fan, but I also notice that the longer I'm doing this, the more I'm kind of starting to like everything. Maybe it's becoming a problem. But I agree. In the new Death Guard kit, I like the vehicle, and I do like the front heroes. I'm not sure what they're called. So yeah, pretty cool models. I would paint them. I also have some alternative Death Guard models here, so maybe I'll give them a really quick and rough paint job to test, and then paint. Maybe someone wants one of the new Death Guard models as a commission, and then we'll figure it out. At the moment I'm like a puppy. I'm like, oh, I want to paint this. Oh, I want to paint this. Oh yeah, same with the Space Wolves. Exactly, the Space Wolves. No, it's not a secret. I can tell you about it. So while, like, maybe you know, I'm not the biggest fan of the wolves of the lore, because I think it's very shallow. When I was listening to the audiobooks, I was like all the time talking to myself. I was like, Wolfson riding on a wolf on a planet where there are no wolves. Okay, we got it. Wolves. Okay, understood. And then they go like, oh yeah, they're also Vikings and do Valhalla and fight with axes. It's like if you go to a child and ask them, do a character, then that would be probably what they would come up with. It's like, I don't know. I think it's super shallow. It's just like wolf, wolfson, wolf, 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 wolf. So I'm not a big fan of that. And additionally, on top of that, every time I see the models or hear stuff of them, they feel like they are meant to be for people who identify with that kind of stuff, like bikers and motorcycles, wolves, and I don't know. They're not my taste, but when the longer I'm listening to the lore, the more I'm getting to know them. And actually, I think what's very interesting is that once the Thousand Sons have betrayed or disobeyed the Emperor, that with the Pact of Nicaea, and they and Magnus did his transmission, which was leading to the downfall of everything. That they were like kind of let loose from the leash, you know? And they are talking about how every legion has their own purpose. Like the Iron Fists are the fortifiers and so on. The Imperial Fists. And the Wolves are like the executioners. So they're presented as the executioners of the Emperor. And they are let loose, and they are supposed to kill the thousand Sons. So I like this image of they are so brutal that they won't question the task, and they're just like going to kill whoever they're ordered to kill. And in German there's a lovely word, I think, like the guy in the Middle Ages with the big axe, like the executioner, like in front of the guillotine, cutting people's head off. He usually would wear like this cloak with just a small, just like a small opening and like an axe. And this, as a space wolf, I think would be super cool. So someone with a cloak, with an axe, that kind of stuff. So that's the idea I'm having in my head, and the model they just released fits that perfectly. And sehr spannend. Asperius 80. It's telling me you're not a welcome. It's telling me you're not a first-time chatter. Help me out. Is it Patrick or who just joined? Help me with the name. I'm very bad with names. The Sheep Judge. Is that the actual translation? That's interesting. Schafsrichter. I'm pretty sure that's a joke. I hope it's a joke. Especially it's not sheep, it's scharf with an R and not with 2A, right? It's a joke. Okay. I won't. Never mind. I knew it from the beginning. While I was talking about it, I was like, nope. The Sheep Judge. Maybe that would be a funny conversion too. Yeah. I'm still curious. Asebarius 80. Wer bist du? So yeah, that's the conversion. And actually I told two people about it who asked me what I'm having in my mind, and one was faster, so I have the commission now and will do this. So once the model is out, I will get it and do that conversion. Can't wait for it. Sascha von Samstag ist auch kompliziert, wenn man auf jeder Plattform einen anderen Namen hat. Hi, sehr gut, sehr gut. Dann umso schöner, dass du wieder da bist. Willkommen zurück. Yeah. I remember. So Sasha was part of the workshop last Saturday. I somehow I knew who you were before you were describing it, since you were also commenting on the video on this one. I assumed that was you because the profile picture looked quite similar. But yeah, appreciate the support and the interest. When the workshop was over, I did a little, like after the last workshop, I did like a little feedback session. I kind of forgot that a little bit. But I realized myself that there were some things that I think that went a little bit too chaotic. So let me share my thoughts, and maybe you can confirm or say that you felt it in a different way. So the main thing after the workshop, when I was sitting on my way back home, I was like, it was a lot and maybe a little bit too much. So maybe next time I would rather leave one of the topics out and do the rest a little bit more in depth. I felt like we were flying a little bit over the different methods, especially the oils. Probably it would make more sense to talk about oils in a completely separate workshop, and just look at that, look into that topic in a more specific way. That was my main feeling after the workshop. But other than that, like the group was lovely. Like you've got a really good setup in the club. Everyone's super kind. Everyone's super friendly. It's very interesting. I'll gladly return. That's nice to hear. Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah. Every time some little learnings. Sometimes it's hard for me to set my brain back into a position where I'm not knowing things, but I'm training to do that, which is very interesting. It's an interesting challenge. Like, go back to zero, go back to the start, and think about what is hard in the beginning and what's easy and what's difficult. So, in this time, I thought like I would rather show many different little methods rather than just showing one and maybe someone doesn't like that method and then for them the whole day was wasted. But also very, very interesting for me was the guy, I'm probably sure you know the names better, the guy with the Necron army sitting on the other side of the table on the right end, like on the very end. He wasn't in the first workshop either. And I felt like he was, like I was having a really bad time reading him or feeling what he was experiencing. Oh yeah, no worries, Kev. See you later. Take care. You too, man. And then after the workshop, he said like he posted something about it. So apparently it was easier for him to write on it online rather than in person. I was very astounded by that. I was a little bit afraid he was a bit too bored during the workshop. So that's always interesting. Live impressions and offline impressions. Online, sorry. Oh yeah, I'm out of focus all the time, sorry. In my hobby withdrawal with the movie, I've been doing a deep dive into animals and oils and watching scale model videos. Nice, man. Yeah, oils is, I realized on Saturday during the workshop, oils can be kind of tricky. They have their own behavior and it takes a little bit of time until you get like used to it, or let's say comfortable with it. Because just the fact that you don't use water but white spirit instead is kind of a turn off already for some people. But yeah, I learned a lot too. Always little learnings also for myself. I need a decal in that white spot. And maybe this zoomed in version is a little bit too much. I have to move all the time and drink something. And it's so warm and hot. Oh, Niels got the sound, man. All right. While I'm taking this off, I'll give you the sound. Still warm. RIP Lautsprecher. Warst du laut? RIP meine nächsten Wochen. Alrighty, back to this. Doing some of the metallics. And by the way, dear people, I just learned about we have a YouTube chatter. Welcome. Hey Marcel. Hello. Painting texture. The oil thing was quite interesting, but perhaps it would be good to give a piece that is highly suitable for oils. But we only had about 2 guys, I think, that were caught by it, and taking away some of the social media magic is also a good thing. Yeah, exactly. I think that was probably somewhere in the back of my head. That's why I wanted to post it today. Yeah, probably for oils, it would have been better to have a model like a tank. Maybe it would be better for a specific vehicle's weathering workshop to fully see the advantages of it and not on a... I also realized the 3D printed models, I think I like the poses and I like the sculpts, but for dry brushing, while everyone was dry brushing, I realized that some parts of the flag you could see it's actually dry brushed. Milbo's Miniatures, aloha, hello. Did I pronounce that correctly? How are you, my friend? And welcome. Twitch is telling me you're a first-time chatter, so welcome to this chill round. We're having like some Krieg dinosaur, the second in the bundle, and painting a little bit with my new favorite thing. I think since I've discovered this. hello, hey Flo. I think since I've discovered this, I've painted a lot with this reactivation method, just because it's so fun. And fun fact, I also started on one of the demon projects, tried it on the epic scale, and it kind of didn't work too well because it's too small, and it's doing a good job on the chipping, but it's not doing a good job on small areas. Like, this is benefiting from having space and being able to kind of use some room for scratches. So Milbo's Miniatures. There he's good. Pinsel Pigmented Plastic Discord. Perfect. I know that one. So you probably know the Andy and all those people. Or are you streaming this to the Discord? I hope not. I feel under pressure if you're doing so. And your name does sound familiar, but I'm so bad with matching the name with the profile picture. So as soon as I see your profile picture, I'm probably capable of finding the link. Forgive me. Maybe I'll need to look it up to see the link. Where's my phone? There it is. Isn't this creepy? I know now. I guess you're Ralph, right? Jesus Christ. Peeps, you have to follow this guy. Look at this. It's beautiful. Look at this. It's really good. It's really good. Ralph, Alter. Hut ab. I really like it. I've seen this one. See, I already liked it. It's really good. I've seen some of your stuff. Now I know. Now I have a link. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Cool that you're here. I think the Discord, if I'm not mistaken, that Discord was originally founded like in order to like German painters unite, if I'm not fully mistaken. That's how I at least always imagine it. Like, because all the Spanish painters, they're really good at giving each other feedback and getting together and improving together. And I feel like that's very smart of them. And they're like there's probably no nation with so many talented painters, right? The airbrush sketch, yeah, sometimes social media is weird. Sometimes we do like an airbrush sketch and it takes like 10 minutes of work, but it's like a nice foundation. I know that I remember seeing it and was like, this is nice. So sometimes it just hits the right spot. But yeah, I know exactly this feeling of like, why on earth this exact post, and then we post like some work where we've put hundreds of hours into it and it just disappears and no one likes it. But hey, let's not care about that. You're obviously a very skilled painter and enjoying what we do. I'm enjoying these rough paint jobs lately a lot, but I feel like I'm constantly painting under what's possible. Like I'd love to, like on the model I posted today, would probably be easy to spend another 10 hours, or what, not another, I spent like I think 2 or 3 hours in total, but it would be easy to spend 5 hours more on it to make it look better. But not as a commission. I have no idea. There are several smaller Discord groups where you get great feedback. Felt great to see some of the dudettes on Bamble. Yeah, I can imagine. I wanted to come to Bamble too, mainly to meet the people. And I think Barbara was her name. She asked me if I wanted to come, and I was in discussion with her. But my girlfriend, she just got a new hip. And the Bamble Cup was 1 week or maybe 2 weeks after the OP, and she wasn't able to walk. So I was her loyal servant during that time, and it was just not possible to travel, especially not sitting more than 15 minutes. So she was always rotating between sitting and standing. And a 4 hours drive to Frankfurt was not possible. But probably next year. Did you enter something? Rhubarb, Barbara. That's a very uncommon name in Brooklyn, I assume. Well, actually, it's not. I had my own struggles on day 1 of Bamble. Tell me about it. Now I'm curious. I know that feeling, then I'm worse than you or Chewie, but suddenly there was like 1,000 likes on a post and I'm closing on 1.5 thousand followers and I don't get why. Yeah, the Instagram game, like, I hate it, but it's part of the game. I have to use it. I entered the last Instagram post, the not Gondolf, and won gold in Master. Wow. Amazing. That's really good. I mean, I could clearly see that this is... The style you're painting is clearly meant for competitions. This one, right? It's really good. Like with the... every time I see stuff like this with like a secondary color from below, love it. Nice, man. I can see this. I can see this following stuff. Nice. Yeah. It's about like the thing that's if you're interested about numbers, for me it's the only reason why it's interesting is because I have to make a living out of it, and it's nice to have people joining on, like Instagram followers are like, I really don't care, but it's nice for Patreon to kind of, you have like an audience and can divert into Patreon. So that's a plus, definitely. And if you're looking for that, for me, the main thing that changed was posting on a regular basis. I'm basically posting every day. That's it. Der Italiener war nicht gut. Du hast einfach Wasser im Strahl gekackt. Best story. To be honest, even though we interact quite a bit on Instagram, I rarely see your posts, even if I get on your channel directly. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I feel like it's sometimes it's pushing stuff, sometimes stuff is drowning. I don't care. I don't want to think about that kind of stuff. I use it because it's my main marketing tool, and I'm dependent of it. Like, I need to show my work in order to make people aware of it, and in order to get commissions, and in order to be active, and to unfortunately market my Patreon. I hate doing it. Like this week, once again, I really don't like doing it. I feel annoying, and I don't like that. If I could change it, I would immediately change that. But it's tough. Like it's the end of the month, and yes, no, this morning I did the numbers for the month. It's a rough business, not going to lie. Not getting rich, and just Patreon is helping, so I need Patreon, so I need to promote it. It's as simple as that. But yeah, I would prefer not to. So if anyone is annoyed by me posting Patreon stuff all the time, I'm sorry. No technical issues, Lenny. Welcome, Lenny. Lenny. Yeah, no technical issues. Also, I started today at 19:25 and the stream started on time. Can you imagine? Yep. That's it. But don't talk about it as long as the stream is running. The technical gods might come back and say hello to crush me once more. Maybe I have to do some unpaid advertising of your stuff because I really like what you do. Thanks, man. That's super nice to hear. And I know the stream is not frozen. Don't fool me. I haven't had that problem yet. The only problems that occur are more on a random note. Stuff like, oh, today your camera is not working for no reason at all. You're doing everything the same as before? Perfect. Let's prepare a surprise for you. That's the approach. Oh, look at this. Let me zoom into this. I mean, look at this. Just scratches and fun. It's rough, I know, but I'm enjoying this type of stuff. Like, yummy. This is fun. You can see how much impact the paint has. But there's a little bit too much contrast going on up there, so. Also, this is actually the perfect example for some reactivation. Let me get some water. Let's do some reactivation here. This is not getting old. Ghetto chipping. Oh, there you can see some of the chipping. And I realized like this one dried a lot longer than most of the others. The trick is that I've painted or primed the model with this, and it's like a water soluble paint. So once you put water on it, on top of it, it reactivates. I found this I found this by accident the other day. I have a YouTube video. It's so good and fun painting this way that I've made a YouTube video about it. Obviously, there's also one on Patreon. Oh, there's plenty of stuff for it on Patreon, but it's so fun and so good that I've decided to also do one for YouTube. If you look for on my channel, I think it's the latest video, or the creek, the one with the creek stuff in the profile picture, in the thumbnail. The last or second last video. There I'm talking about this method. No worries. Yeah. I fully get it. For me, it's always the same. If I'm not in the project myself, it's hard to fully focus and get into something else. And at the moment, I'm very much into Warhammer, which I've never been before, and maybe that's the reason why I'm so into Warhammer right now. Because I can feel the little kid in me is... Lenny, this joke is not working. I'm not going to be part of this. You can hear me. So yeah, whenever as a kid I wanted Warhammer, it was obviously too expensive. So I still have this this child in me who wants Warhammer. And now I can just get it. So that's probably the main reason why I'm so much into Warhammer at the moment. Alright, focusing on white edges. Or you can just send them to me, that's no problem. I will paint them. Also bits. I did another round of bit sorting. On Saturday I clipped out a lot of bits at the club and sorted them into my boxes. And instantaneously I had like 5 different ideas for projects where I could use certain stuff. There was like, I think a Tyrannid box in there, and there were like a lot of arms and tentacles and that kind of stuff. So maybe, like I love Tyrannids, but I have barely done any. So maybe it's time for something like that. Also the Tyrannid's got a kill team, right? Also something, I want to paint that. Too many projects and too little time. But hey, one day. And also I realize I really need to start working on the Golden Demon stuff. I'm just so slow, so I need to start early. I'm slow because I can't spend a lot of time on it. Ralph, are you going to be there? Are you going to Essen? I assume not, if you say you're not painting Warhammer. That's unfortunately one of the conditions. Oh, those are metal too. I missed those, they're tiny. I actually saw that on Instagram, where you said something about, hey Niels, good to see you here. When is your event? Is it this weekend? Is it soon? So speaking to you, Flo, I've seen this Orlok thing, and that you need to want to paint one again. June 14th. Oh, so it's heaps times. I actually got a message from one of the other Danes. I think Copper. He asked me if I'm going to be there. And oof, it is tempting. I'm very bad at saying no to stuff, especially if I like it. But just traveling a third time this year, I'm not sure. Do one during the winter time. Yeah, Norway won't happen this year. There's just too much going on this year with the fresh start of the business. But yeah, he texted me. I think he's also a graphic designer. That's why we started chatting. And speaking about the probably never entering at Golden Demon, I always said so too, especially because I don't see myself as a competition painter. First of all, I don't think I'm very good at doing precise stuff. I prefer the storytelling and converting aspect, and then getting stuff done and moving on to the next one. But since it was in Germany last year, I just wanted to enter in order to enter. And it was super fun to meet the people. Like it sounds so cheesy. Oh, the people were the main reason to go. But it was actually true. It was super nice. That's also why I wanted to go to Bembel Cup. Meeting the community, meeting the people, having a chat, talking about the same topics. It's just nice. And people like Aaron, who I just knew the names of and then actually saw in person, but didn't recognize them. Very fun. Very, very fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Golden Demon. One, for showing the projects I've been working on and showing the stuff I've been hiding, and meeting the people once again. So Niels, how are the preparations for the event going? Are you still missing terrain? Can we talk about cool terrain ideas today? Because all the way back from CuriosCon, you've met Thomas, the guy I went there with, my driver. All the way back, I was just talking with him about building boards, what you could do, all that type of stuff. And it always ended with, but where do we store it? Constantly crafting terrain. Perfect. That's where Konstantin's name come from. Konstantin crafting terrain. Yeah, never mind. Stupid pun, Lucas. But yeah, let me tell you about a concept or an idea I really like. So I was very impressed by the fact of moving terrain, and obviously the tower, the board. Not only does it look very, very nice, but it feels like a different game because of the terrain, and I think that's what makes it so special. And having this vertical and not horizontal playing, I think that's the special thing. So rethinking how terrain is built and how terrain can be played on, I think, is very, very intriguing. And we were brainstorming on the way back about a piece of terrain where you have like a square field, the regular field, a round cutout in the middle, and this cutout standing on some kind of a moving turntable, like from the airbrush, something you can move, and have like in the middle of the field like different chambers, like a clockwork or some kind of reactor chamber, and on the outside like rooms going there, and every turn the chambers, like the turning table, is moving one step further, or maybe in a random pattern or something like that, and the terrain is constantly like twisting and turning, and you're facing someone else depending on in which directions it's turning. It's interesting. Hey, Joshua Wood on YouTube. Hello, hello. A cost benefit of having modular or set board. Yeah, absolutely. That's the center of everything, right? I think some nice modular boards are super easy for getting into the game, but the specialized boards are what makes the game fun. I absolutely agree. It's all about that one special board. I think we've all seen this classic generic board many times, and I can't play on stuff like that anymore. I'm spoiled. I'm really spoiled. I'll admit it. A 2D version of Cube. Yeah, that's an interesting description. I'll take that. I'll take that. That's actually a very nice description. And the other thing I was talking about with Thomas a lot that I really like is the idea of the library as a board name. Yeah, like the labyrinth game. Exactly. We also mentioned that in between. Yeah. Having to push one tile off the board and then to place it back somewhere else. If your model gets pushed, it's gone. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what we were thinking about in between. So like making the moving part of the board as a focus of the game. I think that's super interesting. And also the library as a theme is something I haven't seen too much, with like bookshelves, and then just imagine like huge windows on one side of the board. Every second window is broken, and there's like sand from the ash wastes coming in piles, and then it's like this Prince of Persia theme with sand, single leaves, books on the floor, that stuff. And then you have like these bookshelves, and maybe it's a little bit like in Harry Potter with the moving stairs. I don't know, I'm just thinking loud. So that type of stuff I think was that was like the whole event was inspiring, and then driving back and nerding about it for just hours in the car. I just love this hobby. It's too good. It's too much fun. Just thinking about this stuff makes me happy. Cool. So how are the YouTube people over there? Joshua just said hello and then left again, or did you guys come over to Twitch? Also, how's the quality of the stream? I saw last time I looked into what YouTube recorded, and it was awful. It looked super shitty. Just like extremely pixelated. But now in the preview it looks fine, like normal, I'd say. On Twitch it seems looks very compressed. Yeah, then it's still the same issue. Then I will probably kick the multi-streaming because I assume it's a performance issue. Specifically because I'm streaming also to YouTube, and I assume it's a performance thing. Okay. You could have told me before that. Lucas, the quality is shit. Do something. All right, good to know. I thought so that I will need to do either YouTube or Twitch, and that this is where it got us. Maybe next year when I can get a new internet connection and I will go back to telecom. Nah, it doesn't have to be that way. It's not supposed to be that bad. I know exactly what you mean when you say compressed. It's like, it's not pixeled, but like a several pixel groups. Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
I thought it's compressed like heck. The blend still look nice. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. I'm compressing so no one can tell I'm taking shortcuts. Uh-huh.
Geile Farben.
Leah is just examining what I'm doing. Okay, so
Dinos.
are you guys hearing this?
Dinos.
Yes, you just heard Mrs. Humpelstilzchen.
Hey. Das sind Nackeling.
Humpelstilzchen. She assembled the dinosaur, and then I converted it. But she's still... I think once a day she's telling me why I don't paint more dinosaurs and why I always paint the other models. And she's actually right.
I'm always right.
Yep. You might think it's a joke.
No. No joke.
Willst du ein bisschen was bauen?
No. Ich mache ein bisschen Yoga.
Mach das. Okay. Greetings, Earthlings. Hey. Wie geht's dir? I still have you in my phone, I think, as Mr. Klink too. I think I have you in my phone under a very funny name. I think it's your full name and then Mr. Klink Weltenhandwerk. See ya, Niels. Nice that you showed in. Thanks, man. DJ Hundefriedhof. It sounds like is it from the movie, like an animated movie with the with the dogs on like a scrapyard? Sounds familiar. It kind of looks like the stormtrooper on top of a Como dragon thing on Tatooine. You are right. You are absolutely right. That's probably where this idea came from. What are those? I think, what are those called again? I did paint one of these in the past. So I should know what they are called, but I don't. I'll admit it. But I know obviously exactly the scene you're referring to. Just shortly before the Dewbacks. Yes, thank you. That's the name. Dewback Rider. Perfect. We have at least some professionals in here. It's just right before the scene where there goes like, those aren't the drawings you're looking for. Just doing this super slight dry brush. Dewback Rider, yeah. That's right, actually. That's a very, very familiar looking situation. Warriors on dinosaurs. Oh, Andor is... There's no discussion. Andor is glorious. Like, I haven't watched the latest episode. I think tomorrow is the episode 4 being released. So I've only watched episode 1 and 2 and started the third one of the new season. So I'm no spoilers, please. But Andor season 1, I think, was phenomenal. I think it was one of the best things Star Wars has to offer. Period. The moment where the speech in Andor 1, brilliant. That's some excellent writing right there. I think it's fantastic. That's my opinion about Andor, and everyone who has a different opinion can leave right now. We're open to a lot of things, but not on different opinions of Andor. So Flo, you still haven't watched it? If you say no spoilers. Hey, Eames. Hello, hello. Eames, or should I say new Hus member? Dum da dum dum da dum dum. Oh, I came to the right topic. No spoilers, please. Oh yeah, where Luthen escapes the Star Destroyer. Yeah, perfect. I think it's not a Star Destroyer, but it's like a smaller ship or smaller version. I assume you're referring to the one with a tractor beam, right? Yeah. Nice. Luthen is just the guy. Alan Skarsgård is like one of my favorite actors. I loved him in so many shows and movies. I think he's fantastic. I really like seeing him. He plays such sinister roles, such dark, evil, never smiling. Yeah, the tractor beam thingy. Nice. Yeah, well, congrats to being a member of Hus now. You have a club now. Perfect. Now you have to play 40k and become a professional. I'm actually very intrigued of starting an army and playing a bit, like in a chill environment. Maybe thinking of a little bit like a narrative play style. Maybe kill team. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably not do it. Too less time. So many cool projects to work on in so little time. So Eames, you're going to be yes, kill team. Yes, there's Ben coming, lurking in the background, and then when the buzzword appears, he's like, "Whoop!" Nice that you're here. Are you ready for our session on Friday? Ruben from Hus is pushing it very well. Nice. Nice. I think I will get myself the Tyranid kill team and then just play Tyranids as a kill team and kit bash the shit out of them and just do random Lictor stuff. I've just gathered some more Tyranid bits. So maybe that's just one of those sets that I'll just buy for myself and paint in just 4 years. Oh, apparently there are a bunch of Rubens. Ruben, are you also... Does someone want to cook dinner for me? I could ask Leah. She enjoys cooking. Yeah, the kill team hype. The kill team hype. I get it. I think it's just very intriguing to have like a small army. We can speed paint them. I think we should. I think it's long overdue that we work on a project together in general. I think that's something we should do. It's like such a long time dream of mine already to just lock myself in with 2 or maybe 3, 4 people over a weekend and see how far we get. I could imagine that we get distracted a lot and just talk and don't get a lot of shit done. But just thinking about getting like times 4 stuff done because we are 4 people, just that thinking about that makes me want to try it at least. Building, priming, converting, painting, basing. There are like so many things you can do in parallel. And it's more stuff. You wanted to ask something. Ruben, are you also... Oh yeah, are you also in the club? Like, it's very highly unlikely that you are the Ruben that Eames was talking about, right? You're not the one from the Hammer and Schild club in Munich, are you? Okay, and I need to do a little bit of reactivation now, because all the metal parts are covered. Let me get a bigger brush. But Humpelstilzchen has to be careful and recover. You should be nice to her. Oh, I am. I'm just a little bit annoying. That would be very random. Yes, agree. Agree. Humpelstilzchen is on a very good way of recovering. Like, I was on a little walk with her today, going to the post office, collecting stuff, and like taking a walk outside. I need to move more. I'm just sitting in front of my desk all day, so I need to move more. So yeah, she was holding up quite well. I think it's 7 or maybe 6 weeks ago now since the operation, and it's going in a good direction. Let's put it that way. Oop. And focus all the time. Whoop. Now the color is coming out. The rust is being activated. This is always fun. But I feel like the sweet spot is really better when you just applied it. If you do it on the same day, the longer it dries, the less the effect gets smooth and nice. The more it gets like a chipping method where you actually take paint away. And I don't prefer that look. I prefer the way where you drag the tones into different hues. That's the effect I'm aiming for. Oh, that's the one I prefer, just from the looks. Ben, are you ready for our session on Friday? Do we need to prepare something? Should we get something? Do we need to double check with all the people once more? Yes, sir. Nice. All right, let's do a double check tomorrow. You tell me if there's anything I need to do. It feels like since forever when we organized this. When was that? That was like months ago. And when we organized it, it didn't feel like it would be that long away. But also at the moment there's a lot happening. No one is cooking for me, so I have to do it myself. Happy painting, y'all. No worries, Ruben. Have a good one. Enjoy your meal. Was it just 1 month ago? Alright. For me it felt like, I don't know, we did this last year. Oop. A little bit of tweak. How's the non-ad thing? Is it still, there's still no ads, right? Because off at one point, once I saw that they are doing no work and they are just annoying for everyone else. This is fun, but I think it's over. The metallics are done. And on to the next one. I think we can do all the leather parts now. Ooh, and I'm exhausted. Oh. Where's this going? The sun is going down now, probably. At least the birds are singing. Oh, look at this. Can you see this? Does the camera catch this? Look at that. This is nice, isn't it? You can see the church back there. This is what I'm seeing when I'm looking outside. I love that. Oh yeah, Ben, for you it's still a different year where you're living. Different time calculation. Yeah. Oh. The other day it was really interesting to hear that there was no sun over there. Alrighty. I think I want to paint a little bit further on the dinosaur. And for that, I will get some blue tones on the palette. More like the muted tones. Some of this and some of that. Oh, I'm so tired now. I need a coffee. And then I won't sleep anymore. Ben, how was your working day? Did you just work from home? Or did you actually have to go to the office? Quite sure went home early for an afternoon meeting. Yep, that sounds like a right decision to do. Oh, I'll do the rest from home. Bye, motherfuckers. This is actually nice for zoomed in work. Ah, nice. Yeah, Robert is now deep down the rabbit hole. Once he's getting started, he won't get out there. Did you guys talk a little bit, continue talking a little bit about the terrain stuff after I left? Because I enjoyed it. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the talk a lot, and it was just an overload of the day. But I felt like the dude was super chill, and on the next day when I was having my energy back, I was like, oh, I'd love to continue to talk about it now. This is fun. I feel like the brush's prime time is over. It's very hard to get precision with the brush tip being flat now. It's going to this purpley bluish tones. That's nice. And this times 20 zoomed in version of the camera doesn't help to make the blends any smoother. They look rough. Oh yeah, why shouldn't you have energy? Once it's weekend, the secret energy resources are fueled and you can do whatever you want. It's a secret. It's always like that. Oh yeah, shoot. Hit me up with your question. I'm curious. How can Chewie help you? That's another topic, but may correlate with my depression and not my question. That's alright. It's a very familiar topic. Those blue tones in the mouth area I like. Hit me up with that question. I'll be there for you, man. My question is, maybe it's me, but we already figured that your way of painting style is quite different to mine. But how and why do you manage to jump between different parts of a miniature you are painting so fast? You mean like, why am I painting like that? Or how? I don't quite get the question. It's probably HDAS. It's like my attention span is very little, so I just go fast and I'm very good at ignoring mistakes. So I just put paint somewhere, and if it's not horrible, I'll leave it. And that way I can get stuff done. How and why do you manage? It seems so chaotic. I always paint one area, or like the paints when a piece of arm and so on, but you are jumping between the pieces, colors. Yeah, it's my type of style that I enjoy painting most. Right now I have like this bluish tone, and I found it and I'm enjoying it quite a lot. But then I'm having like this is my palette. I'm having like a bunch of colors on the palette, and at the moment I'm in this area with a lot of blues, but I also have like all these purples back there and darker tones, so I'm constantly mixing and constantly testing how they work together, and if I don't like something, I'll paint over it. It's acrylic color, and if I like something, I'll stick to that. Whoop. Does this work? Yeah. It's just this, like, if you don't like painting like that, that's absolutely fine. Everyone has a different habit. For me, it's impossible to just paint a foot, and every time people tell, like, I've seen a Squidmar video the other day where they had, what's his name, Niels, over for an interview, and they were doing like a tips for hobby painters kind of interview style, and I thought it was horrible because they said like you have to paint one part of the mini and then move to the next one. I was like, no, you don't have to do that. If you don't like painting like that, why should you do that? And I think if it's a lot about the style you paint. Like, I have a very sketchy style, which is not very precise. I'm very well aware of that. But the way of just painting a leg and then moving to the next thing is usually resulting in a, let's say, GW style of painting. And that's something which is not my style, so I don't do it. I feel like I haven't answered your question. Der Wahnsinn hat Methode way. Maybe if you want to call it like that. It's just, I prefer having a look at the entire model first. Where are the shadows? Where's the light? Is this looking good? I'm like testing if I like the look. So I'm having trouble actually painting just the one part, just the feet, for example. It's very difficult to me because I always wonder, yeah, but in the end, is there going to be light? Is this going to be the bright side? Where do I... So I usually, very often I start with a brush with a size like this. This type of size. Mach's gut. Mach den schönen Abend. Danke fürs Vorbeischauen. So yeah, usually I start with a very big brush to kind of sketch the very, very rough outlines, see where stuff is going. So for me it's more about the light positioning rather than rendering a foot. I mean, I could do it, but if I do it, then the shoe will look like leather color everywhere, and often I get bored of that look very fast. So I'll try to introduce some OSL to make it red from one side, something like that. And since I don't know the light situation when I'm starting with a boot, I'm having a trouble to start there. Let's do this. But also let's not overthink it. Everyone paints a little bit different. I'm sure your way of painting suits you. Whoop, 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 whoop. This is nice. I like this blue purple that's going on down there. Purple transitioning into blues. Fun little project here. Oh, I missed something down there. I just realized. Look at this. The backside of some metallic part. Oh, Pedro has unlocked the sound. Well, oh no, this way. Whoop. Oh, the camera is falling. Camera is falling for the Wookiee sound. That's good. It wasn't a good idea to get the camera out for the sunset. Oof, which is very nice. It's like a dark sunset. And I can see the moon. Guys. Whoa, look at my eyes. Just tiny eyes. Small and tired. I was really looking forward to the stream since I was today years old when I found out that my problems with the camera were based on the shitty cable that I had. So once I found that out, I was like, let's go. So one of the problems where I was complaining, like out of nowhere something didn't work that did work before, it was my camera cable. Who would have thought, huh? Getting some blue on these type of scales. I like this. I haven't painted blue into purple in a long time. Feels like I'm doing it for the first time. Eine Feierabendrunde Space Marines 2. Don't tempt me, brother. I should probably start that game once again. Let's do it, Ben. If I still know how the game works. I've played it the last time with you, and then at some point we just stopped playing. We don't play anymore like we used to. Are you still playing the game, Ben? I assume on a less regular basis, but still a little bit? It's interesting. In the stream I can see mistakes that don't exist in reality. Like all of this looks very rough on the camera, but totally fine in real life. I should get one of the Golden Demon projects in here to have a look. I assume they're just a bunch of patrons in here anyway, and I'm just preparing a sneak peek. Like I want to do a series of Road to Golden Demon with some behind the scenes and composition and what I'm working on. That's probably the most interesting part of it. So I might as well show it in the stream. Hey! Welcome back! Nice that you're back in. Your Star Wars propaganda worked. I'm thinking about Star Wars minis more since that one stream where we talked about it a little bit. Creek General on lasagna? What does that mean? What's Creek General on lasagna? Like on a lava base? Good, Anakin, good. Now kill him. Yeah, I think I want to paint just a single stormtrooper, but with a little bit more effort. Painting white is something I very much enjoy. So maybe I just want a single one. Do I have to get like the whole box, I assume? Maybe I'll ask someone to send me a single unit around. Oof, this side looks rough. A lot of work here. There was a huge wave of complaints about horse meat in the Lidl lasagna 10 years ago. I won't elaborate any further. I remember. I actually do remember. Now that you say it. But I wasn't capable of doing the stretch. I will paint my Creek Commissar on lasagna. That's a stretch. You either wanted us to ask, or you usually hang out with much smarter people. I just realized that there's a lot of blue in here, and I do like the purple tones more. Oh, what's in there? Is that... Oh, it's part of the model. I thought it's dirt, like this thing. Let's get more purple in here. I like that. Nice, Flo. Well said. Well said. So now that we have a Star Wars expert in the round, did they also reproduce the Shore Troopers? Like the cool beige ones? Did they also get like a redesign, or are there cool models of those available? In the proper size, obviously. These are just meant to be painted. The gaps between the different elements are so big, you cannot do mistakes. It's insane. Really nice for painting. Gesundheit! Shore Troopers not yet. Everything will be released with the new hard plastic sculpts in 2026. Oh, it's still that far out. Like everything, like the Stormtroopers are released already, no? So when you say everything, you're referring to everything else, I assume? This is interesting to paint. I'm enjoying this. Oh, and on the other model I did paint a lot of dots. Nice. Yes, everything else. Alright, let's zoom out and have a look at a proper angle. This is much nicer, but this is still messy. Like you can tell, like this is working, kind of. But this side isn't working yet. This is too messy. There's too much going on. I think the zoomed out version is important to read for the readability of the model. So let's get some bluish purple hues in there. And start pulling things together, like back together. Probably also one of the issues in that area is the shadow color is too bright. I wet blended that with a very bright blue tone. And that's just making it harder to read up there, which is probably one of the reasons I'm disliking that area. But now slowly building up the effect up there again. This is maybe too harsh, but oh, I mean it's a cold blue. Let's leave it like that. Just the in-between area is be too much. Like, where's this stuff? Yep. Oof, the energy today. Energy level is low. I'm tired. I'm just really tired. Maybe It's going to be a short stream today. What time do we have? 9:15. Two hours streaming, more or less. That's fine. I think I will just paint these last bits and then a little bit of fire now. That's something I can wrap my head around, especially because this looks awful right now the way it is. So I will start blocking in some colors, some reds, working that very bright area back. That's something I enjoy. Just like this. This yellow area in the background's too much. And then, as you can see, it was very much diluted. It's basically a glaze, let's put it that way. Purpose of pushing this stuff back. Nice. Fire, always good. What's everyone working on at the moment? Does everyone have a project? I feel like it's changing every week. Everyone's working on something new. Something new or something different. Deep red. I'm missing this. I am crude. Nice. I've actually primed some crude the other day. Absolutely, like the crude kill team, also absolutely fantastic. Really nice. And now some yellow and some white into the center. Whoop, that was my bad. Some orange. That's too bright. I want the very center white and the rest. Old world terrain for our store? Wait, you're working in a tabletop store? Or is it your local store where you are all the time and that's why it feels like your store? Are you working in a store? Now I'm curious. One of the tabletop stores. I feel like that's the nerd version of someone being their own best customer working at a bar. You're confronted with all the cool stuff all the day. So you need to consume it. Both as an on the side job, managing the tabletop and hobby products, organizing tournaments. Nice. What's the shop called? And was it Kaiserslautern, or is that completely wrong? Am I mistaken? Why do I think it's Kaiserslautern? Yeah, Battle Beer near Kaiserslautern. So I was right about Kaiserslautern. Strange how my brain kind of remembered that. I'm also giving painting workshops there. Nice, man. I can imagine you have a lot to teach. Especially since your style is very, very clean and precise. I imagine a lot of people want to paint exactly like that. And vibrant colors is something I also have in mind when I think about your painting stuff. Maybe one day, like I need to go and visit my parents again. Maybe since Kaiserslautern is on the way, maybe I'll come and say hi one day in Kaiserslautern. Or maybe if you're looking for someone to give a workshop, drop me a line. I wanna do more traveling plus workshops. And when I'm going from Munich to my hometown, to my parents, which is in the Saarland, then Kaiserslautern is on the way. Yeah, I love visiting the community and saying hello to the people. That would really be cool, especially for some Star Wars. I need to paint that again. And I'm sure if we would meet, then I would be all fire again for the Star Wars stuff. I'd love to do a little diorama. It's my favorite thing to do at the moment. Okay, this is looking nicer and nicer. But it's not making me a lot more awake. I'm still feeling quite tired. Any other areas the flame would hit? This is always like my go-to method. I'm a Leona and Maggie guy. I used to be. I moved away a long time ago. But my parents are still there, and I went to school there. So yes, I'm a Leona and Maggie guy, exactly. Avarax needs you. Deploy, brother. Ben is pretty good. Doing an amazing job at summoning the troops. I think like the second I end the stream, I will go to bed. This is one of those days when I'm going to bed early. Adding little dots, that's something I think makes fire very alive and vivid, and it's easy and fast, so let's do it. All right, that looks fire. Funny, huh? Hey, Douchey, welcome. Look at this. Cold, warm, simple. It's an easy trick. Works every time. I think the lenses probably don't get hit by the fire, but I'm pretty sure it will look very good if they are getting like a fire reflection towards the bottom. So I won't resist. Douchey, wie geht's dir? Whoop. Whoop. A little bit of dark red. A little bit of more red. very rough painting today. Feel like I need to say sorry to the dinosaur already. Okay, I wanted to paint the lens and got distracted. Nice, danke. Das ist schon ein Weilchen her. Meinst du auf Patreon oder wo hast du es gesehen? Der Imperial Fest ist bestimmt schon zwei Monate her. Nice. Ha. So there are the lenses. Yeah, exactly, same here. So I started painting the lenses and then I ended up doing fire reflection somewhere else. And everyone witnessed it live. So now I will do some more of these red reflections here and there. But basically this is it for today. And it's okay. We can look at the model. It's still I would say another hour to do till it's done. Like I need to do the plans, some decals up there, like all the leather, the eyes. But it's looking nice. I like the effect. It's, or is it like this? Suck. This is how it looks from further away. And I think that's okay. As mentioned, it's the oldest trick. It's the warm cold. The airbrush did all the work when I sprayed a little bit of red down here. Done. But yeah, with the green up there. I like it. Fun model to paint. Like these, if you haven't painted these, these are the first dinosaurs I've ever painted, like the first Seraphon models. This area, like the scales, they are so nice. They're very big and they're separated very clearly with a deep recess down there. They're absolutely excellent for painting. I think they're very, very good. Nice. Alright, my dear friends. Thanks everyone for showing up. I will go to bed early today. Maybe watch the last episode of Andor that is out and then fall asleep while watching it. But right now I'm just constantly yawning. You know. You know, Ben. That's what I do. I like to talk myself short. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy with the result. I like where this has ended. It's looking good. Still, time for me to sleep. Thanks everyone. Have a lovely evening and enjoy some painting.